Hello? Yes? Yes, that's me. Okay. Mhm. On, Sun- last Sunday? I think so. Wait, so I'm going to have to quarantine for 5 days? Oh, okay. Starting now? Yeah. After that call ended, my world was turned upside down. I don't want to talk to my boss at all. I lost 5 days pay, and I even tried offering to find a substitute teacher. So at that point in time, I think I needed a break. After that call ended, my world was turned upside down. I didn't know what was going on. I was stressing. I started contacting people and asking if someone had been in this situation. You know, it would have been much better if I had found someone who had said, well, I've been in this situation. But all the people that I know, they've been here a longer time than I have been, and they have never been in this situation, and they have never seen anyone who was in this situation. That drove me nuts. It really drove me nuts. Ah, God, I was stressing out. I contacted people to no avail. I was dreading to talk to my boss because it's gonna be like I'm a reckless person and I'm just going around like there's nothing going on in the world, and I'm ignoring the corona and everything. And I know at this point in time, I know that the schedule at work is pretty tight. I don't want to talk to my boss at all because I'm like, why is this happening? At some point in time, I just pray that I'm dreaming. Like when things like this happen, and you just have to, and you pray earnestly that it's a dream, because how can something like this be happening to me? How can nobody that I know someone who has at least had the same experience? I was losing my mind. I was going crazy. But then I spoke to my boss, and she obviously panicked because he did not respond right away, until she later on responded saying she's gonna take care of it. Yeah, and I even tried offering to find a substitute teacher, but how do I even do that? I don't know. Like finding a substitute teacher and saying, oh, you have to work tomorrow, that was just something that looked impossible. But my boss, I don't think she really works with substitute teachers, so she devised a plan. She told me that it's okay, I can quarantine, and she asked me she asked me, how did this happen? Where did you go, right? And I think she also called the health department. I think I gave her their number or something, but she was able to contact them, and they told her about my quarantine and what happened. And luckily enough, that place was just a barbecue place right outside where I live, right around here. So that was a blessing. It was not all bad. Being quarantined was not all bad. Of course, I panicked and I stressed that day when I heard the news, because like, how was this happening? That was the one question I kept asking myself. How and why is this happening? So I was panicked that day. But then this was really a blessing, because when I say at that point in time, I was really starting to know and feel the stress of being a teacher. I was really starting to realize that my job was too much, and I was always tired, and I often feel stressed, and I just thought, what the hell is happening to me? Nothing like this has ever happened to me. Why? I don't understand. So at that point in time, I think I needed a break. I really think I needed a break, and God brought it in the most unusual way, because the entire week when I was quarantined, I was in bliss. I was really blissful, and I spent a lot of time just resting, listening to music, just getting back to myself, journaling. And at that point in time, I started meditating, and doing yoga, and that has been so wonderful. It has been so wonderful, and it happened at a point in time when I was feeling so low. But then at the same time, that month I lost 5 days pay, and I thought, well, it's just 5 days in a month, it's just a week in a month, it won't be a lot. But it turned out to be a lot. So in case you were wondering how they were able to track me down, so they have this system wherein wherever you go inside, we have to spend a lot of time, or you have to sit for a long time, like a restaurant or a grocery store, a cafe, or just anywhere, you have to check in. So the check-in system is that you either call a number or you scan your QR code. So if you don't do that, then you can't really sit in there. So that's how they were able to track me, and wow, I was really impressed with their tracking system, at the same time as I was feeling so horrible at that time. So the following day, when I was in quarantine, I get quarantine goods. So they send me like a thermometer to measure my temperature every day. They sent me like all these disinfectants, some masks. They sent me a hand sanitizer. They sent me food, which it was a lot. It was a lot of rice. I had seaweed, which I love. I love seaweed. I had seaweed, I had noodles, I had like a version of spam. There was more things than that. But yeah, and that lasted me well over a month. It lasted me well over a month. It was just a 7-day supply. I was like, oh, this government is really good. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Please do leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.